Many thanks, Ijoma. Welcome to Business News. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, says the Apex Bank is not ready to reduce the country's interest rates at the moment. He told a gathering while delivering a lecture at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, that reducing interest rate would be a bad idea due to the inflation rate, which is at a high of 16%.
According to financial experts, the nation's economy is facing tough times as shocks in the international market continue to slow the growth of the economy. At this special session organized by the University of Nigeria in Nsukka, the central bank governor gives assurances that the challenge will be surmounted as the Apex Bank adopt measures to reduce its impact on Nigerians.
The CBN will be abjectly failing in one of its key mandates if it cut interest rates at this time. Second, for those who say that we need a rate cut to spur growth, we need to be reminded that high inflation is inimical to economic growth.
The governor also told the gathering, which had financial experts and members of the academia in attendance, that efforts have been made to improve the nation's foreign exchange market, the agricultural and manufacturing sectors.
More than ever before, it is now critical to concentrate our best efforts in ensuring that fiscal policy is targeted at improving productivity of labor, increasing disposable income for workers, and deploying resources to create an enabling environment for investors. We need to look at how fiscal policy can help stimulate household consumption and business investments. These two make up more than 85% of Nigeria's GDP by expenditure.
Words of assurance indeed for Nigerians. However, Nigerians will be hoping that the actions and policies translate to improvement in their financial status.
Ahead of Tuesday's interest rate decisions by the CBN's Monetary Policy Committee, the financial regulator today injected a total of $195 million into various segments of the interbank forex market. A breakdown shows that the CBN offered $100 million as interventions for wholesale interventions, $50 million for small and medium enterprises, while $45 million was given to the invisible segment, comprising business, personal travel allowances, tuition and medical fees. Nigeria's stock market extended the gain streak at the close of Monday's trading as investors continue to take position ahead of the release of more corporate earnings. Imana Amawe has a summary of the day's activity.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Markets Report. The bull run recorded by equities continues into the final full trading week of July, indicating strong investor confidence on the local market. Analysts say the positive sentiments follow the sustained rally, especially from the industrial sector, along with a 5% price increase from Dangote Cement. The all-share index started Monday higher by nearly 2%, while market cap rose by 218 billion naira to 11.943 trillion naira. The price chart saw 20 gainers and losers apiece, as Transcore, Dangote Cement and Julius Berger led the advancers, while ICO, Vitafoam and Morrison emerged the top laggards for the session. A total of 293.75 million shares worth nearly 4 billion naira were sold in 3,712 deals. Financial giants Access, UBA and GT Bank were the most patronized stocks for the day. And those are the day's trading figures. I'm Imana Amawe.
It's a squarely mixed close for major world stock markets today as investors focus on the earnings season and the monetary policy meeting from the U.S. Federal Reserve later in the week. That's Business News. I'm Melinda Achinolami.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Melinda. Galaxy Transportation and Construction Services Limited has decided to expand its frontiers across the country with the launch of a new branch office in Kaduna State, northwest Nigeria. The managing director of the company, Babagana Dalori, told investors and intending ones at the sensitization meeting that the reason for the launch is to serve its teeming customers efficiently.
Investors, entrepreneurs, Nollywood actors, investors all gather for the official launch of the Kaduna office of Galaxy Transportation Services. The company's managing director, Babagana Dalori, goes down memory lane on how the company started and how it has scaled through the years. For him, the journey has just begun.
The idea of what we are witnessing today as Galaxy Transportation and Construction Services Limited was mooted in 2010 when I discovered in one of my several unscheduled visits to Abuja while serving as a youth corps in Kogi State, a gap that needed to be filled in the transportation system. Our vision is to strive and be recognized as the best in transport intelligence, management and construction services provider.
Speakers at the event believe young entrepreneurs can take advantage of the opportunity by investing in Galaxy Transportation Services.
Investing in this kind of business is the potency of entrepreneurship.
But how can a customer invest in the company?
Once they bring money, we get them cheaper, and within 1 year, within 1 month, we give them 1 month to enable us to get it cheaper. Then the following month, after the month of investment, then you start getting the remittances.
The climax is the presentation of awards to its loyal customers.
I started with them when they were in the main branch in Abuja, and when I learned that they are coming to Kaduna to open a branch, I was so impressed and I started to come for the launch. And honestly, since I joined last year, it has been so interesting and I've gained tremendously.
Galaxy Transportation Services, a limited liability company, is one of the dynamic and fastest growing companies with interest in mining, construction and transportation services, among others. It says it will continue to create jobs and investment opportunities for young men and women who are interested in investing in the transport sector, construction and other businesses.
Let's take a look at some health issues. In view of the large number of Nigerians not covered by the country's funding for health, the Senate President has promised strong legislative networks for effective universal health coverage. Dr. Bukola Saraki also appealed to lawmakers to increase the budget for health, adding that the Senate will protect existing laws that provide for adequate funding of the sector. His position was backed by the Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, who was also present at a forum of states and federal lawmakers on universal health coverage in Abuja.
Over 70% of payments to healthcare services in Nigeria are directly out of the pockets of individuals, as there is no effective universal health coverage for citizens.
Let me quickly.
This meeting of federal and state lawmakers in Abuja aims to build a legislative network to achieve universal health coverage, which means healthcare coverage for all as long as they are insured.
The objectives of setting up the network, among other things, include improved appropriation to health sector by deepening the knowledge of lawmakers on economic, social, health and political benefits of improved health funding towards universal health coverage.
Both the Minister of Health and the Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Health, highlights the importance of increasing funding for the sector. They also decried a non-implementation of the universal health coverage legislation.
When we invest $1 in immunization, the return on investment is $16. When we invest $1 in TB, the return on investment is $85. So there is more to gain from investing in health than investing in any other sector.
3 years after this law was signed, it was never implemented. We are yet to implement the 1% CFR of Consolidated Revenue Fund.
However, the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, assures the Minister of Health that the Senate will protect 1% consolidated revenue for the funding of the health sector in 2018 budget.
We have passed the law. Implementation of the law is that of the executive. When you bring the 2018 budget, you will obey the law and ensure that 1% of CFR is there in primary health care. When you bring it to us, we will protect it.
Arguably, the Nigerian health sector is critically underfunded. These participants are no doubt expectant that this network of legislators will not only increase health funding, but crucially ensure health coverage for all.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Manchester City completes signing of France left-back Benjamin Mendy for €52 million. That's on sports. Please stay with us.